Hello everyone, welcome to another Vindasta webinar. Today we talk about 5 reasons why your clients need a website in 2020. I'm Thiago Neres, Product Marketing Manager for Marketing Services here at Vindasta, and I have a few people join me today. Mark Barrera, our Websites Manager, Mike Birke, Senior Design at Mono Solutions, and Brady Klein, Partner Success Manager at Mono Solutions. So I'm really super excited for today's webinar, because it's 2020 and pretty much everyone needs a website. We'll talk about why a website is important, how to use Mono websites, and how Vindasta can help you sell Mono websites to grow your business. We'll also have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, so if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat.
As Thiago mentioned, my name is Mark. I manage the websites team here at Vindasta, and I'll be taking you through 5 points of why your client needs a website. So point number 1. Today's shoppers like to browse and research online. In the past, word of mouth was king when it came to getting your name out there, but in today's digital world, everyone is attached to the hip, by the hip to their phones. Honestly, I don't go anywhere without my phone, can hardly go an hour or even half an hour without checking it. So same is true for today's shoppers, especially the younger generation. When they're interested in purchasing any product or service, they ask Google and quickly look up comparative prices or research into what product or service will feed their needs. Most importantly, it's convenient. So since our mobile phones are always on us, it's just too easy not to do a bit of due diligence on your next purchase. Point number 2, improve customer service. So a business's website is a dedicated employee, works 24/7, doesn't get sick, and delivers a consistent performance. A website is a way to save time. Imagine having to explain to the client what you're offering again and again, and it can get time consuming having to repeat yourself. If they have your information beforehand, your web visitor will become a more qualified and informed lead, which will become more likely to convert into a sale. I also want you to think of it as website is also a great way to target the right customer. You control what information is on your site and can determine the best way to disseminate that information to produce high-level interest. Point 3, they'll look more professional and build customer trust. Consider a website as a doorway into your business's personality. No business wants to be perceived as outdated or disorganized. Maintaining a well-designed website is as important as maintaining a well-kept brick-and-mortar service. So for many customers, your website will be the first look at your business and will build the trust needed for a moment of truth. Each moment of truth will bring a visitor one step closer to becoming a client or consumer of your service or good. So imagine a visitor browsing your website. Because of the seamless mobile responsiveness that your website will build, it's going to build a psychological trust in your brand, as opposed to if they went to a competitor site, which they might perceive as bulky, hard to navigate, or just broken. That psychology of that brand's trust is just going to be shattered in comparison to a good website who has a seamless responsiveness. And one of the other things that we want to consider is the styles and fads for websites change in each generation, sometime sooner. You want to look at a website 20 years from now and compare it to a site now, it's a whole different website. And you can use that to target people who need new websites. So unlike a brick and mortar store that can't be easily transformed, a website can. So you can match the designs and the personalities of your audience with your website as your business grows. And with every website, you can adapt. So another point that we wanted to point out why your client needs a good website is receive online inquiries. So specifically a call to action on your website or a contact form. So these are the kind of inquiries that we're talking about here. A lot of small business owners these days prefer online queries over phone calls, and it's easy to understand why. After all, you can answer emails on your own time. It doesn't matter if 20 or 30 people contact you at once. Eventually, you can get to all of them. Ideally, your website will provide visitors with multiple ways to contact you. At the minimum, it should include a phone number and an email address. But a contact form is an excellent way to get a customer to get in touch with you without ever leaving your site. So one of these things is a CTA. Sometimes clients have a goal in mind, and when they search online, they want a service that will deliver a result quickly and efficiently. The more seamless and efficient you can provide that, the higher chances of gaining a new customer. So a CTA can be an easy form fill, a phone number, or just a chat widget to your Facebook Messenger on your site. Really, it's anything that allows an easy flow from when a client realizes that they want a service to the first sales experience that they have on your website. And the last point that we wanted to bring to your attention was enhance their online presence. So for small and medium-sized businesses, a website is a good social media strategy, digital ads, and ensuring your business info is accurate in the top listing sources like Google, Yelp, Bing, Yellow Pages. That's a great opportunity to enhance any business's online presence. I mean, after all, once a potential lead finds you online, they'll look for a website to click on. And once they click on this website, this is how they're gonna get their first impression of your business. It's the new flow of online shopping, business vetting, and the very, very beginning of how you're representing your brand. So as a partner, this is an opportunity to cross-sell. You spent a lot of time and effort coming up with an amazing strategy to build a following on your social media, and you don't want your efforts to stop there. So your new leads need more information about who you are, the benefits of what you can provide, and there's no better way to do that than with a website. So your website is the foundation that links and syncs all of your online sources together.
Thanks, Mark. Hey, everybody. I'm Brady, Partner Success Manager here at Mono, based in sunny Denver, Colorado. So I'm just going to quickly go over what the package of Mono is in Vendasta. So our goal at Mono here is to really give you all the ability to build good-looking websites quickly. And the more you can cut down on that build time, the greater your profit margin on those websites can be. Or, as Tiago will touch on shortly, you can outsource that entire thing to Mark and Vendasta's marketing services team and still maintain that margin. So how do we help you cut down on build time? We do that through templates, pre-built rows, pre-built pages, all of which are already responsive to mobile and tablet. And they really give you that great base layer to then go into our WYSIWYG website editor and make those edits. So our offering in the marketplace, it includes unlimited pages, a blog feature, a customer database, personalization overlays, and free hosting on Amazon Web Services, all of that for $9 a month. There's no upsells, no extra costs. You get our entire platform for $9 a month. Quickly, I'll just highlight really the three key benefits of Mono. Some I just hit on. So number one, saving time on production. Like I mentioned, our goal is to make you as fast as possible when you are building or going back in and editing a site. Number two is that best-in-class performance. We pride ourselves on this. We are a tech company, so our platform provides some of the lowest code-to-text ratios in the market, built-in schema.org markup, which is really helpful for SEO and for voice search. Our entire platform is already set up for voice search. Our entire platform also fully responsive to all viewports. No need to worry about building specifically for mobile, specifically for tablet. You build one site, it will respond down to all those different viewports. And then biggest benefit, of course, number three, it's what makes the world go round, that's money. We hope, again, that you can quickly become a master of Mono, drive down that production time, and then up your profits, maintain that affordable price point for your customers. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, our designer, who's going to dig a little deeper into the platform and how to be efficient on it.
Yeah, thank you, Brady. So today I'm going to talk about a few key concepts and components of the Mono editor. And the first one will be a concept called global data. So what global data is, it allows users to enter business data in one central location of our platform and then point it out to all the relevant modules on your website, including your header and footer. So a lot of this data is business information, opening hours, lists, logos, social media links, but there's a lot more to it. And so what's very important about this global data is it is structured information. So this data is tagged with schema.org markup, and this allows the search engines to identify exactly what this type of information is, and it provides a lot richer results for the search engines. And it also includes voice search. So a good example of global data would be the opening hours. So if a client wants to change opening hours, instead of having to go to each opening hour module on the site or change it in the footer as well, you can change it in one location and it'll update it on everywhere it appears on your website. And global design is a similar concept to global data, except that it focuses purely on styling and design. So with global design, you can style elements of your website quickly, including the header, the footer, the colors, textiles, modules, and a lot more. And once these designs have been established, you can easily update these styles and they'll populate across all the pages of your website. If we see the examples of the pages here, we're using a specific color. It's a bluish green color. And if the client wants to update the color of their website, again, instead of having to take a lot of time and go through each one of the pages of your site, you can go into global design and change the colors. And once you do that, it'll change that color across all the elements of your website. This works for buttons, fonts, and pretty much anything that you tie a global color to. A huge time savings when you're producing websites. The next topic would be a feature called on-site engagements. And these are dynamic personalizations, essentially. So it allows website owners to engage with website visitors when they're browsing your website by showing pop-ups that can highlight different offers or services. And this is ideal for any communication where you want to drive extra attention from your visitors. So they provide a lot of flexibility in how you want to engage with your visitors through different message types, different trigger behaviors and trigger settings. You can use this, for example, as you see on the photo here. If you have a brick and mortar and you're changing addresses, you can target all the visitors of your website to let them know, hey, you've changed your address and you've moved. Here's the location, here's it on a map. Having a modern website, of course, is very important for a lot of different reasons, but visual appeal, trust, and security are some of the more important topics. So the Mono platform allows its users to do this really easily through global design and through global data, keeping the look of the website visually appealing and keeping your content accurate and updated at all times very easily. We are also continuously doing a lot of security updates and maintaining a very advanced technology stack that give you guys the tools to keep your website up to date in terms of content, design, and technology.
Now that you learn more about Mono websites, I'm going to talk a little bit about marketing services. So Marketing Services is Vindasta's digital agency. We have a team of more than 60 marketing strategists with experts in web design, digital ads, listings, reviews, content, and social media. If you have an agency, have at least 4 good reasons why you should be using marketing services. First, grow your business. We know that sometimes it's hard to grow your business if you have to write content, manage campaigns, and respond to reviews. By using marketing services, you have more time to find clients and sell because we do the heavy lifting for you. Second, get a team of experts. It's almost impossible to be an expert in everything. But if you need help, we have dedicated teams with a lot of experience. Third, you can trust our proven processes. What's the best image size for Facebook? What kind of questions should you be asking during an onboarding call? How do you respond to a negative review? We have a process for everything because we've been running our digital agency for years and we serve hundreds of local businesses. And fourth, you can have all the reporting in one place. Your clients want to see results, and if you need to manually create reportings, you're wasting your time. With Vindasta, both you and your clients have access to a dashboard with all the data that you need. It makes you look more credible, and it also helps you increase customer retention.
Hi, everyone. Mark again. And I just want to touch base on the Vindasta's in-house website team. So our team has designed and built over thousands of websites. These websites range from, best-selling authors, sports celebrities, industry experts in medical, law, and all the trades. And lastly, our team can provide custom training and support for your larger projects. So we understand that some projects require a higher level of care, and our team can offer a premium service in these cases as well. And on this slide here, you can see it's a general review of our process and how we build websites out. The slides shows like the general makeup of our workflow. However, if you've built websites before, then you know. The hardest part about building any website is gaining access to all of the assets and just getting your business owner to sit down, take a look at the website, give revisions, give copy, give images and stuff like that. And in this slide and the next, we're just gonna look, we're showing you the cost of Mono websites that we manage. And they pretty much go from 3-page, 5-page, 10-page, and our Mono's landing pages plus additional hours, our monthly fees, and the maintenance management that's required to build any of our managed products. We also provide our suggested retail pricing as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the chat box and we'll go ahead and answer a few. Okay, I got a question here from Sean Moat. He says, hi, based in Scotland, is Mono available in the UK? I believe the answer is yes, but Brady and Mike, can you clarify?
I can confirm. Yes.
Can confirm. There you go. And we see a question from Madeline Ruth. you will be getting a recorded video this summer. It's going to be posted on YouTube, and Tiago will be sending the links out there. We have another question here. Oh, Matthew is asking to go back to the price sheet. Is there anything specific that you want to see? There's 2 slides for that. So we'll leave it on this 3 and 5 and 10 page slide. If that's not the slide you want, just let us know and we can switch it out. Our next question is from Matthew Kennedy. Is e-commerce available through Mono websites? If not, will it be added in the future? Currently, as of now, no, but it will be added in the future. And Brady, can you touch on that, please?
Yeah, so you're correct. It will be added in the future, but for now, you can still easily use a Mono website with an e-commerce platform. So I know, for example, one Pinnacle Cart is an e-commerce platform in Vendasta. So if you built a Mono website and then signed up with Pinnacle Cart, you can then take the iframe, the embed code from Pinnacle Cart and drop that into a Mono website, and then it would function as if it was Mono's own e-commerce. So that Pinnacle Cart store is just embedded onto the Mono site. And when you go to the Mono site, the entire store would function as it normally would. So pretty easy workaround in my mind. And, you know, obviously those e-commerce platforms have some great products too. So kind of getting the best of both worlds there.
Okay, a question here from Sally Thorne. Oh, by the way, thanks Brady for answering that question. And we have another one here for you. Sally said she's not familiar with AWS. What is their speed like?
I mean, it's about as good as it can get. Amazon's web services, their servers, their nodes are all over the world. So I don't think you're going to find a faster hosting, a faster uptime than you will with AWS.
From John Carpenter, can you talk a little about integration with Google Analytics and Google Search Console?
Yeah, good question. So Google Analytics, all of our sites come with GA. So there's also a way for you to go into the platform and add your own Google Analytics codes if you're using them. But we do have a dashboard on there where you can get those key site statistics that you're referencing. And then as far as Search Console goes, that's more of an SEO question, I believe. And so our sites are, we pride ourselves on our best-in-class SEO. Our sites are automatically sent when you publish. It is sent to Google to get indexed and to get crawled. So no worries about that with, you know, having to submit all of that yourself through Search Console. We will take care of all that for you. And of course, I mean, there's a lot that goes into SEO. We take care of the technical side. So everything on that back end is really all taken care of for you. And then you can focus on the on-site SEO, the content, the link building, really everything else on there to drive that traffic.
Awesome. Thanks, Brady. Now I have a question here from Chris Sutton. Does marketing services provide content writing for websites? I often build websites for clients in the same industry that end up having the same pages, but we need the content unique each time. So yes, we do offer a content writing service. We charge that at an additional hourly rate. And you can order that by going to the product page and ordering 1 additional hour of work. And in the notes there, just say 1,000 words of content. So what we provide is 1 hour of work gets you 1,000 words. And traditionally for SEO purposes, you need around 250 to 400 words per page. So if you're doing 400 words per page at the max, you're getting around 2.5 pages worth of content for that. The next question we have here is from Edward Unger. Is it $11 per month to have access to the app and then build the site? And then if we would like the Mono website team to build the site, is an additional cost for the 1-page templated site for the fees associated? So it is, you would have to pay the charge for the website creation plus the $11 a month. If you want further details on that, you can talk to your sales rep and they can go into all the details for that for you. But in the way your question is posed, the answer is yes. And Sally Thune, she's asking, thank you. For SEO, will you send to Google, etc., even if we are not using Vendasta marketing services. So will you send to Google? Do you mean
I
getting
think
the
she's
site
referring
indexed?
to what I was talking about with the site being indexed and crawled by Google, I believe. And the answer to that is yes.
And then Chris Sun asked, is this available on Vendasta Basic? The answer is yes. Mono is available on all subscription levels. So we have a question here from Sally Thune, and I wanted to see if Brady and Mike could chime in here. So she's asking if we can do a comparison difference between Mono and other services that offer something similar online.
Yep.
And specifically in relation to, like, you know, search engines, because many small businesses think they're saving money by using other platforms.
Yeah, I can hit on that for sure. So maybe it'll help a quick background on Mono. What we have typically been in is channel sales. So we sell our platform to large media companies that are building thousands and thousands of websites. And that's kind of been our niche so far, is to really help those very large media companies and partners build a lot of websites quickly. So what we wanted to do is make our software available to smaller agencies building, you know, hundreds of sites down to tens of sites, less than that, and give you all the ability to maintain that same efficiency and build those sites quickly. So we haven't typically been competitors of people like Wix and Weebly and Squarespace because they usually go direct to small businesses. So we haven't typically been competitors of theirs, but if you want to draw a comparison there, I would say platforms like Wix and Weebly and Squarespace, they do a great job of giving you a ton of capabilities. You have really a ton of options in there. And if you're building a $10,000 site for a client that's very complex, very customized, that's when a platform like that would be great for you. Where we fit in is if you are building sites for the typical small business, that 5-page up to 10-page website, where you're just filling that with great content. You might be putting some blogs on there, about pages, really presenting that small business. That's where we fit in. When you start getting more and more customized, that's when these other platforms are better for you. And I have no problem admitting that Mono is not the solution for everyone, but if you want to build multiple websites, you want to build them quickly and you want them to look great, that's where we fit in.
Yeah, I would also add that the platform, I won't speak to Wix and Weebly or Squarespace among this topic, but the Mono website, after you've done your design and published, our websites are scoring really, really highly with Google, just right out of the box. So our platform really takes a lot of the headache out of the SEO element and trying to figure out this and that to make sure your website is scoring really well with Google. So that's one thing our platform does really well.
And to go back to Sally and what Brady and Mike were saying, she's asking a follow-up question. So she's saying that the search engines don't do well Wix, Weebly, Squarespace don't do well in search engines. And she's asking, is there a staging area for Mono websites?
Yeah. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. So the way our platform's set up is that when you are starting to build a website, when you preview the site from our editor, you'll be giving a staging link, and that can be sent to clients to draft with. And then once they've approved those designs, then you can publish the site on an actual domain.
And I can hit on real quick the first part of her question. I should start this by saying SEO is tricky. That's why there are billion-dollar companies out there that just do SEO. But from a technical side, from a platform side, we really do lead the market there. We use schema.org markup or structured data approach. All of that is very search engine friendly. I can't speak to how those other platforms do with search engines specifically, but I can speak to how Mono does, and the answer to that is very well from the technical side. Obviously, there's a ton of factors that go into that, but as far as structured data, minified CSS, code to text ratios, we really are best in class.
Yeah, I'll also add that we are W3C compliant as well. And if you look at the code of our website upon publication, it is very clean. It is almost like you've handwritten code. Whereas in my experience looking at other platforms such as Wix, their code is very, very heavy and very kind of complicated in terms of a human going through and looking at it. So it is lean code that our website platform produces.
Okay, so it looks like we've got one last question here from Sally, and Sally asks, I read somewhere about websites having to be compliant with ADA. Are yours like this? So
Yeah, I
Brady,
can take that. So ADA compliance is also a little tricky because there aren't really exact standards. Like the government hasn't come out and said, this is what you need to do to be ADA compliant and to have a accessible website. That being said, we do have accessibility settings built into the platform. So when you build a site, you can go in and check off 3 main accessibility settings that I think Mike might be able to speak closer to those exact settings, but we do have those settings built in to the platform that are built specifically for people with disabilities.
Yeah, certainly. So within our settings of each website, there are 3 settings, like Brady said. The first one is enabling ARIA tags in the code. The next one is enabling skip to content. It's for use of keyboard. And then the third one is enabling focus indication. Again, that is a keyboard where the user can tab through the different elements of the website. Again, going back to the Google Insights, running a lot of our websites through this myself, I do see that right out of the box, we're getting about a score of 98 without any intervention of, testing different elements on the site. So we're getting about a score of 98 on many of our sites for accessibility settings. So easily able to get our sites up to 100 with a few modifications of content on the site. But otherwise, we're doing a lot with accessibility, and I'm assuming we will continue to pay attention to the trend.
Okay, so it looks like we don't have more questions. So thanks everyone for watching the webinar today, and I hope I see you next time.